next best piece of advice is more in the business side of things, time management side. And it came from Kyle. When I first met Kyle, he was in the transition process of becoming the CTO of Verizon. And so I had called the CTO of Verizon. I sent him a cold email. He called me back in 5 minutes. Hans. Hans was like, hey, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world that he called me back from a cold email. He's like, hey, you don't want to interview me because it's not public knowledge. I'll tell you now, it's private. He goes, but like next week, I'm becoming the CEO of Verizon. And this new guy, Kyle, is getting promoted to CTO. He goes, so you want to talk to Kyle because by the time this thing airs, I won't even be the CTO. I said, thanks, Hans. So we got Kyle on, this maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago or something. And he was just brilliant, but he shared this one very specific piece of advice, and it's in relation to time management. And so what he does is every quarter, he'll have like a reoccurring event in his calendar, and he'll sit down and he'll say, make a list of everything he is doing and everything that needs to get done. Like, here's everything I'm actually doing on a daily basis. Here's everything that matters. And then he syncs those lists up, because what will inevitably happen is you end up working and spending a lot of time on things that don't actually matter to the goals right now. And so that pie chart of looking at how you're spending your time and deciding if that's the way you want to be spending your time or should be spending your time is something I have been doing now for several years. He's been on the show many times over the past couple of years, but he shared that advice when I first met him, and that's stuck with me.
I like that a lot. That's important. I have a quarterly reminder to review key habits. So every day I have a habit tracking spreadsheet, and I track these key things, inputs as well as outputs. So, the kinds of things that you can change, like how many hours did I spend in bed, is like a leading metric that I can track every day. And then, I could have a lagging metric of, did I wake up feeling refreshed? Something like that. And there can be all kinds of things, like the number of drinks I had has a big negative impact on whether I had a refreshing sleep.
Zero, bro.
You don't drink?
No. List of things you could do before you have kids. Drink. If you want to try to be hungover with children, they wake up at like 6 a.m. and they climb on you. There's no drinking with kids.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know that.
I did. I drank a lot in my 20s before. But it's like, I can't do this anymore.
Wait, even like special occasions or something?
I just don't really. No. I like gummies. I'll eat a gummy for a special occasion. Yeah, those don't, whatever my body, when I turned, so I'm 38, when I turned like 27 or whatever, just like stopped wanting to process alcohol at all. It's just like, nope, we don't want alcohol anymore. And I was like, are you sure? Because it's a lot of fun. And it's like, yeah, we don't want that anymore.